The transatlantic slave trade was a dark chapter in history, spanning from the 16th to the 19th century. Millions of Africans were forcibly taken from their homes, crammed into ships, and transported across the ocean under horrific conditions. Imagine being chained, surrounded by strangers, with little food or air for weeks on end. This brutal journey, known as the Middle Passage, claimed countless lives. Once in the Americas, these individuals were sold into slavery, stripped of their identities, and forced to work on plantations, primarily in the cotton and sugar industries. The economic impact was staggering. The wealth generated from slave labor fueled the growth of nations. Yet, amidst this suffering, enslaved people resisted, creating rich cultures, music, and traditions that still resonate today. The legacy of the transatlantic slave trade is a painful reminder of humanity's capacity for cruelty, but also a testament to resilience and the enduring fight for freedom. Probably no more than a few 100,000 Africans were taken to the Americas before 1600. In the 17th century, however, demand for enslaved labor rose sharply with the growth of sugar plantations in the Caribbean and tobacco plantations in the Chesapeake region in North America. The largest numbers of enslaved people were taken to the Americas during the 18th century, when, according to historians' estimates, nearly 3/5 of the total volume of the transatlantic slave trade took place. The slave trade had devastating effects in Africa. Economic incentives for warlords and tribes to engage in the trade of enslaved people promoted an atmosphere of lawlessness and violence. Depopulation and a continuing fear of captivity made economic and agricultural development almost impossible throughout much of Western Africa. A large percentage of the people taken captive were women in their childbearing years and young men who normally would have been starting families. The European enslavers usually left behind persons who were elderly, disabled, or otherwise dependent, groups who were least able to contribute to the economic health of their societies.